distinguished members of the press, thank you for being here and to cover this story. So we have taken a position on the impact that automation and AI will have on jobs. There are many studies in the world that say that AI will impact jobs, but very few studies actually tell you how much the impact will be, which jobs will be impacted, which countries will be more impacted than others, which skills are needed in the future, and which industries will be transformed, and how will the labor market look like by 2028. So let me just tell you about the context. So in ASEAN, there are 630 million people, 50% aged under 30 years old. 90% of those under 30 have access to the internet. The digital economy can add $1 trillion worth of GDP by 2025. There is continued growth expected. Adoption of technology is picking up. Innovation is gathering pace. We're seeing largest advancements in the artificial intelligence front, and AI-enabled technologies will open up new growth areas. However, the increased adoption of technologies coupled with advances in the use of AI through software, hardware, and robotics will help to lower cost of goods and services. It will drive a demand and will boost growth. It will also create millions of jobs. So we have seen that when we look into the creation of jobs, we see that there are going to be some sectors that will see an increase in the job market. So the wholesale and retail industries will see about 1.8 million jobs created. The manufacturing industries in ASEAN will see 0.9 million, close to 1 million jobs created. The construction industry will see about 1 million jobs created. We also see jobs will be created, about 400,000 jobs created in hotels and restaurants, 200,000 jobs in finance and insurance sector, and we see almost 200,000 jobs created in public administration. And the IT industries, health industries, professional services will also be impacted positively. However, the AI-enabled technologies will also see a marked shift in the labor model. So the labor market will change shape. What that means is that many skills that we have now will be redundant. We also will see, unfortunately, the lower skilled workers will be the most at risk. And the sectors that are most vulnerable to the impact of AI are in the services and the agricultural industries. So in total, we expect about 28 million jobs fewer will be needed in order to fulfill the same economic output as today. So let me just say that again. In order to keep the same economic output, we can deliver the same economic output by 2028, but with 28 million fewer jobs. The jobs that are going to be impacted, we've mapped by country. So the largest displacement of jobs on a percentage basis will come from Singapore. 21% of the labor force will be displaced. That equates to only 500,000 jobs, 500,000 jobs. Indonesia, on the other hand, will see about 9.5 million jobs impacted. That is only 8% of the labor force, but that is the largest number of jobs that will be impacted in ASEAN. Malaysia, we expect, will see about 1.2 million jobs impacted. That's 7.4% of the jobs in total. The Philippines will see about 4.5 million jobs displaced. That's 10% of the workforce. Thailand will see 4.9 million jobs impacted. That is 11.9 or 12% of the workforce. And Vietnam will see 13.8% of all the jobs displaced. And that is 7.5 million workers in Vietnam. So in total, that adds up to 10.2% of the overall labor market. That is 28 million jobs in total.